swapped sliding doors for a zebra crossing, and we're there. It's not every day that love strikes on a zebra crossing, but for Kirsty and Ryan McLeod, that is precisely where it happened. The couple first met when Kirsty rushed to Ryan's aid after he'd been hit by a car. And as she was basically nursing him, waiting for the ambulance to arrive, she found herself thinking, quite improbably, he's a bit tasty.
So brilliant. And then, while in hospital recovering, Ryan appealed for witnesses to his crash, because that's what you do. Kirsty replied, and the rest, as they say, is history. Now, early this month, they tied the knot. How wonderful is this? And returned to the crossing where their paths first crossed. And I'm so... Look at that. Oh, my goodness, that's going to be as iconic
That's your Abbey Road moment.
It is. Yeah. Abbey Road crossing one, isn't it? Yeah. The newlyweds join us now. Oh, it's wonderful to see you.
Thank you.
I mean, I think we should say, because there's got to be people looking for love going back and forward over zebra crossing.
Yeah,
after your conversation, nobody will be able to drive anywhere. There'll be gridlock. So, you know, Richard mentioned it there. This happened and your life changed.
Yeah.
Did you honestly look down and think, oh, he's handsome?
I actually did, yeah. And that sounds so
I
wrong,
knew
but
yeah.
I 100% did. I know that's a little bit wrong, but yeah, I did.
So you actually saw the accident happen, did you?
Yes, I did. So
just talk us through it.
I was leaving the swimming pool, local swimming pool. I was doing, like, a charity swim-a-thon.
Right.
And I'd got cramp in my leg, so I'd left a lot earlier than I normally would. Was leaving the premises, glanced at my phone and glanced up, and you, like, look into the middle of the town centre, and I just saw a car go over a man, and then he was banging on the side. They reversed and then went back over him again. So essentially, he was run over twice.
Yeah.
So
I bet you were horrified.
it was a surreal moment, really strange, but like part of me was like, what? It was really slow motion. Went over to help. Somebody ran out of their car with their first aid kit and went down to the injured side. And he was propping himself up on the tarmac on his elbows. I worked in care at the time, so I was used to dealing with, like, a lot of people that have been having falls. So I knew how to keep somebody comfortable and reassured. So I just sat with him, leaning on my lap. And
you talked rubbish to him, didn't you?
Absolutely. I talked about Christmas trees, and he'd done his Christmas shopping, and this was in October.
Anything to distract.
Because I was aware he might have gone into shock or...
Yeah.
Do you remember
So,
any of
Ryan,
this?
So it's all a bit hazy. I do remember being knocked over and pinned down under the wheels of the car, banging on the side of the car to get him to reverse off me.
Oh, my God.
But I don't remember being run over again. I was just kind of in shock at that moment.
Do you remember her, though?
I didn't really see Kirsty's face properly because she was sat behind me, propping me up. It wasn't until you responded to my request for witnesses that I saw your profile picture and thought, oh, yeah,
We'll get...
If you thought the same as she thought about you, she's a bit fit.
I mean, I think you're forgiven for not spotting her beauty in that situation, having been run over twice. So then, of course, you go to hospital. How are you doing now? What were the injuries?
So, basically, I've damaged the ligaments, the stretched ligaments in my ankle. So I've had some treatments, some injections, things for that. The ankle was all torn open, so they had to do something called a propeller flap surgery.
Right.
Where basically they kind of cut the skin and rotate it down to cover it.
So
it's a big deal.
It was.
Yeah.
So
but could have, I guess, been even worse. Even worse.
Yeah.
So you're there in the hospital recovering from the injuries, and that's when you called for witnesses.
Yes.
Talk us through the next bit.
Yeah, so I put a post out for, like, a local page just asking for witnesses, and...
It's lucky she saw it. I mean...
It was my mum that saw it, out of all people, and my mum had messaged me and said, oh, that man that you helped is looking for witnesses.
And how long after the accident was this?
I think it was that...
A few weeks.
Yeah, but...
Like December time.
Yeah, like
It must have been about so near Christmas when it would be appropriate to talk about Christmas.
So you go and have a look at it?
Yeah, and then I reply to him and tell him, like, here's the story, this is what I've seen, because he's looking for witnesses for his solicitor.
And why did you send your picture?
Sorry?
Why did you send him your
I didn't send a picture. It was my Facebook profile picture he saw. Yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't slide it
How did it turn from details of the accident to romance? Who made the first little,
so
you know...
he did. He messaged me back in... I was giving him my email address, and he'd said, does your email have a capital L in it? And I was like, well, that doesn't really matter. I think that's a bit of a line, isn't it? And we just got talking.
OK.
We went, and it was during COVID time, so we did the old-fashioned dating, walk-in, and it was kind of really old-fashioned.
Sorry, what was the first date?
We went on a walk around the Corby Boating Lake.
Across any
You know how
zebra
to shop.
crossing?
No, no.
You know how to show a
Luckily,
girl a good time.
Yeah, but we got moved on by the
Boating Lake.
police because we'd been sat there for too long. So the police had moved us on, so that was a memorable first date.
What, because of COVID?
Yeah, because we'd been sat too long. Like, they said, we've noticed you've been sat, like, we were still 2 metres apart because of all the restrictions and stuff, and we were both single households.
OK, I've got to ask you, when did you first kiss?
Oh, February?
Yeah.
Yeah, February, and he, like, traditionally asked me to be his girlfriend.
Oh.
Yeah.
And whereabouts was that, in a restaurant? Or?
No, it was near an underpass. It wasn't very romantic.
Corby Boating Lake, an underpass.
Zebra crossing.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Stunning.
it shows that if love is meant to be, it's meant to be, because there were so many moments in that story when you might not have met, when you might not have got in touch.
Yeah.
How wonderful. And I bet your families are delighted with the wedding and all that's come since.
It's been lovely. It's been really, really nice.
You look incredibly happy, the two of you. You really do.
Thank you.
I was watching. You didn't know, but I was watching you. You were sitting in the green room.
Yeah.
And you look in love. And you know, when the cameras aren't on you,
That's lucky.
it's great.
That's a good thing. I'm glad other people see it.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming in and
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.